Hey everyone, my name is Huda Khan, and I am a technical solutions specialist here at GigaSheet. Today we are going to talk to you about a very new feature that we released called If Then. If Then is a very common feature across Google Sheet and Excel, but very excited to present it in a way that you can use it with your big set of data that you may have uploaded in GigaSheet. So without further ado, I'm going to get into our platform and show you how you can use this. Alright, so I have my data set pulled up here. This is actual data from Craigslist that was posted onto Kaggle. Basically, it is showing vehicles that were for sale at some point on Craigslist. As you can see, we have 4.2 million rows, but GigaSheet can handle up to 1 billion rows at a time. So we clearly have a lot of data here on different vehicles that are for sale on Craigslist. And maybe I want to narrow this search down a little bit more. And say, for example, I am looking for a car that was specifically for my business. My business could be driving a truck. For this example, let's take a look at these vehicles. Say if you were trying to drive for Uber or Lyft or one of these ride-sharing companies, and I want this car to have certain types of conditions. When I look at the car that I want, maybe I want it for a certain year and a certain price range. So If Then can help us narrow down our qualifications for this perfect car that we are looking for, and hopefully, narrow down our search a little bit more. So under functions, I'm going to click if, and then I'm going to type in a new column name that I want this data to contain. So we're going to start off with year and then do greater than or equal to 2010 because I want this car to be newer than 2010. So the next condition I'm going to put on is the price, and I don't want this to be more than $12,000. Maybe that's my budget for this car. And then I don't want it any less than $5,000. Maybe I'm just trying to narrow down my search. It's the minimum amount I want to spend on this car. I would definitely say that putting on conditions in GigaSheet is way easier than it is in Excel or Google Sheets. It's easier to see visually. And if I wanted to, I can go ahead and add even another condition. Say that I want, to take out a certain type of manufacturer. I can do that as well. So now I'm going to put my then and else values. So if all the values are true within these conditions, then it's going to be labeled as a ride share car. And if it's not, then it's going to be labeled as not a ride share car. Alright, so now I have my new column generated. This column's just going to say if it's not a rideshare car and if it is a rideshare car. I can filter it a little bit further by just showing the rideshare cars. And now I am only seeing the cars that I want to be seeing. So another cool thing that GigaSheet does with if and then values is that we can put in various condition groups. So if I have, a low, a moderate, and high price point, I can define those out a little bit further too. So say between $5,000 and $8,000, this is our low, moderate price point, and I want to define those out as low. And then condition 2 can be my moderate price point, and that would be between $8,001 and $10,000. And then I can do the same thing as my high price point. So now I have 3 condition groups, and I can insert that as a column. And now I have my price points here. So this is just one really basic example of how to use if-then functions. You can get definitely way more complicated into it on your personal data sets. You can have multiple conditions basically telling you whether or not those conditions are met. If it's true, do one thing. If it's false, do another thing. So super excited to see, everyone, all of our users succeed in using these functions. Feel free to reach us at support@gigasheet.com for any questions or comments. We're always here to help. Thank you for watching.